present perfect and past simple. Can you see this page? 63, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Oh,
No? Give me just 1 second. I don't know what's going on with the menu. Algo pasa con el menú. Here. Ah, yeah. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay, so it says listen and complete other lines from the interview. Yeah, the same page, 63. Some of the sentences are in past simple, and some of the sentences are in present perfect. Yep. So listen carefully. For example, here, the first one, do you go back to Germany much? No, I don't. I've been back a few times. So here, in this case, in this context, we can use present perfect, right? I've been back a few times to visit relatives. Listen and complete, write the answers, please.
6.7 Frieda Hoffman, Part 2. 1.
Do you go back to Germany much?
no, I don't. I've been back a few times to visit relatives, but I've never lived there again. I feel more English than German now, and I've forgotten a lot of my German.
2.
What did you study at university?
I studied ancient history at Cambridge.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, I had a wonderful time. The course was amazing, and Cambridge is a great place to live.
3.
Have you ever had any other jobs, apart from being an archaeologist?
Yes, I have. I've done all sorts of jobs. I even worked as a waitress when I was at university.
Really? What was that like?
I loved it. I was a tour guide too in the holidays. I met some really interesting people.
4.
You said you've often been in danger. What's the most dangerous situation you've ever been in?
Well, I had a very difficult time in Cairo during the revolution in 2011. I spent 2 weeks inside my friend's house. It was too dangerous to go out. Of course, I'm fortunate. I can leave a country when things get really dangerous. It was the local people I felt sorry for.
All right, so one more time.
6.7 Frieda Hoffman, Part 2. 1.
Do you go back to Germany much?
No, I don't. I've been back a few times to visit relatives, but I've never lived there again. I feel more English than German now, and I've forgotten a lot of my German.
2.
What did you study at university?
I studied ancient history at Cambridge.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, I had a wonderful time. The course was amazing, and Cambridge is a great place to live.
3.
Have you ever had any other jobs, apart from being an archaeologist?
Yes, I have. I've done all sorts of jobs. I even worked as a waitress when I was at university.
Really? What was that like?
I loved it. I was a tour guide too in the holidays. I met some really interesting people.
4.
You said you've often been in danger. What's the most dangerous situation you've ever been in?
Well, I had a very difficult time in Cairo during the revolution in 2011. I spent 2 weeks inside my friend's house. It was too dangerous to go out. Of course, I'm fortunate. I can leave a country when things get really dangerous. It was the local people I felt sorry for.
Okay, so the second one, I've never lived. I've never lived. Remember, when we write never, it's in the middle of the structure. I have never lived. there again. What did you study at university? I studied ancient history at Cambridge. I studied. Have you ever had, remember, ever, it goes with the structure present perfect. Have you ever had any other jobs apart from being an archaeologist? Yes, I have. I've done all sorts of jobs. I even worked as a waitress when I was at university. Huh? We can combine the tenses here, past simple and present perfect. We can combine because the structure, or más bien the time expression when I was, it goes with past simple. What's the most dangerous situation you've ever been? You've ever been? Huh? Well, I had a very difficult time. I had a very difficult time, and I spent. We can answer with present. If the question is in present perfect, we can answer with past simple. It is correct because we are being specific. We are being specific. All right. Any questions here? No.
No lo entiendo, profesor.
Huh?
Me confunde eso.
Why?
Cuando se usa I've been o she's been, o sea, como que me confunde, pues no sé por qué. Como ese
Maybe you're
raro.
confusing because you haven't learned the verbs. That's why maybe you are getting confused because of this. Remember, past simple, the middle list, and present perfect, the last list, the last column. Yeah. Por eso te confundes. Maybe I am like analyzing this situation, like I'm guessing, más bien, I'm guessing. And most of the time, when we have difficulties is because we haven't learned all these verbs, right? So for example, if I am being specific about what I did yesterday, I wrote, vamos a ver, I ran for 1 hour in call center. Huh? I can say that I've never run a marathon. I've never run a marathon. Yeah? Here, I'm being specific what I did yesterday. Yeah, so sorry about the why. But I've never run a marathon as an experience. I've never had that experience before. Another example, he fell asleep last night. He's seen that film before. Yeah, he fell asleep last night. Last night, es pasado, fell asleep. He's seen that film before. Before, that means un specific time in the past. Un specific, yeah. ¿Vale? Por eso, before, recently, never, ever, all those expressions, they go with present perfect. More examples? Yes, more examples. What can I say? We've never taken piano lessons. Another example, she Just
Teacher, I have a question. En el ejemplo de he sent that field before, el his es la abreviación de he has.
es una abreviación de he has. Ah. Normalmente cuando escuchamos a los británicos y a los usando la estructura de present perfect, ellos casi no usan has, usan más apóstrofes. Yeah, the structure, nuestra estructura nos dice que puede ser have or has, depending on the subject. Los, the verb in past participle. Los complementos. Esto es en positive sentences. ¿Cuál es el negativo de happy has? Haven't or haven't or hasn't. For example, I can say they haven't done any housework this week. Can you see my sentence over there? They haven't done any housework this week. Yeah. Another example with she or it. Let's see. My cat hasn't eaten her foods yet. My cat, my dog, my cat hasn't eaten her food yet. All right. I can ask you, have you ever, y puedo usar cualquier verbo, have you ever bought something really expensive? Really expensive? Yes, my car. Have you ever bought anything expensive? Yes.
Creo que sí es por los verbos.
Yeah, I know. We as teachers know, that's why.
Es que sí, sí cambian, ¿no? Bueno, la forma en que se escriben
Some
past
of them, the
participle.
majority of them, because regular, they change, of course. Cambian, ¿vale? So that's why, as I said before, you had the weekend and this week to learn them. Done, driven, found, flown, written, sat, swum, seen, sold, kept, heard, made, written. You have all participles. Right? It's just a matter of time that we use it, right? Okay, so let's erase this part. Vale. Entonces, do you got this week? Because next week we've got our exam coming. So that's why we need to learn about this. Okay, so let's go to the same page, present perfect, and past simple. This part. Entonces vamos a practicar exercise number 1, you with your partner. Y exercise number 4, the conversation about Frida. So one of you is the interviewer. Frida, you practice 2 times, if possible, 2 times. And you practice this work with a partner, ask each other questions. If they say yes, ask more questions. Have you ever been to America? That refers to USA. USA. Have you ever? Yes, I have. Or no, I haven't. No, I haven't. And y el otro le puede preguntar, when was the last time you went there? Como queremos ser más específicos, por eso la pregunta está en past simple. When was o when did you visit? Where did you go? Se puede ser, where did you go? Yeah, if you want to be more specific, have you ever slept in a tent? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. How was your experience? It was nice. No, I didn't sleep well. Yeah. Yes, I have. Or no, I haven't. Have you ever stayed awake all night? Stay awake, quedarse despierto all night. Have you ever won a competition? Have you ever broken an arm or a leg? Have you ever sung karaoke? Karaoke? Have you ever, no karaoke, karaoke, karaoke. Have you ever locked yourself out of the house? Do you understand this? Cuando no traen llave, lock yourself out of your house. Have you ever written a poem? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. And try to ask more questions about that. And if the other person is answering, you can answer with past simple. Oh, yeah, last time I locked myself. Was 2 years ago. I didn't have the key, and no one was at home. My mom, I called my mom, and she was at work, so I had to go key, for the key, in order to open my door of the house. Have you ever written a poem? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. La otra persona puede decir, why? Why haven't you written a poem? Because I don't like poems. I don't like poetry. And I'm not interested in writing. No? I am not good at writing. Have you ever won a competition? Yes, I have. What kind of competition did you win? Did you win? Yeah. También puedo usar pasado, as I said before, if you want to be more gossip, quieren ser más chismoso, yeah, obviously you have to use past simple, no? And you have to be more specific, you use past simple, no? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. And extra questions and extra information. No nada más nos vamos a quedar con yes, I have. No, I haven't. Yeah, we have to be more specific. Yeah, we have to be more gossip. ¿Vale? Entonces, dos cosas vamos a practicar. Practice the conversation aquí y practice this part. ¿Vale? Okay, I put you first todos in microphone. Yay. Listo. Practice, please, guys.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Remember, it is a good practice. Tomorrow we will have more practice about present perfect, ¿no? Let's go. Vamos a saltarnos un poquito esta página. Vocabulary and pronunciation, not so important. So we're gonna check that tomorrow. Okay. So let's go to the next page. Reading. Reading and speaking. The past, the present, breaking news. The 2 pages here. As you can see, it's a little bit about past and present. Yeah. So we have breaking news. We have several news here. There is any saying that history repeats itself. What does it mean? Can you think of any examples? Yeah, I'm going to give you one clear example. Pandemics. Remember in the past, in Europe, there was this flu, the normal cold or the normal flu, that it killed lots of people, thousands, millions of people around Europe. And well, you know that it was repeated, or it repeated itself because of the new virus. Some scientists believe that it was created in a lab. Some people believe that it evolved this virus from animals and to pass through humans. So we aren't really sure about this COVID pandemic. But what is a fact? The fact is that it happened the same. No, it killed thousands and millions of people around the world. We aren't certain about what really happened, but we know that the virus is still out there. Now we got vaccinated. We got vaccinated and we stopped this virus for a while. But other things could happen, no? For example, earthquakes. Yeah, earthquakes here in Mexico, especially the September month is their favorite for earthquakes. So I would say, yeah, that is true. The past repeats itself. We have several news here, breaking news. The West has sent more soldiers to Iraq. Enemy fighters that are captured and executed the leader of Western Army. Yeah, it was between USA and Iraq. And now there is a war, of course, a current war that it hasn't finished yet. It hasn't finished. It just begun since 1 year and a half, more or less. The Russia and Ukraine war, more or less similar, aunque los USA lo nieguen. USA always say, no, it wasn't us. Yeah. They are always their fault. More refugees have tried to enter the country after the government announcement that no more will be allowed. One leader has already built a wall to try and keep foreigners out. Yeah. One leader has already built a wall. Do you remember? We will build a wall. Mexico will pay for that wall. Who said that? The best president of the United States, Donald Trump, obviously. Yeah. So it repeated itself. No, that was another leader, another government. Yeah. Number 3, there have been more protests against high government taxes. Protesters say that ordinary people are paying too much tax because of the rich have found ways to avoid paying theirs. Yeah, the economical crisis, the inflation, the recession in Mexico, around the world, USA, it's really the same that it repeats again and again, no? There years pass by, so it happens. Eventually, it has to be repeated. Huh? So that's why we have the same old problems, unfortunately. Yeah. Here we have some other, surprisingly, these are not recent news stories, they're ancient history. This was happening 2000 years ago. Can you believe it? 2000 years ago, it was happening. Huh? The West was the Roman Empire, Iraq was Mesopotamia, the refugees were the Goths escaping the Huns who were invading the land. The world was Hadrian's Wall in the north of England, built to stop early Scots coming into Roman Britain. Yeah. And taxes were high to pay for Roman wars, the Roman Empire, and unemployment, but rich people knew how to move their money to places where the government couldn't tax it. So perhaps it's true that the story repeats again and again. We will die. Not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. We don't know yet. One day. Yeah. Okay. What we know, or what's a fact, is that history is always present in the future. No? It's a little bit tricky, but it is like that. The Romans in Britain. Yep. Remember, Romans were the most important civilization in the world. They invaded several countries, but their favorite was Britain. However, many of the good things in our life are also reminders that we remember of our ancient past. People don't often realize this because they've forgotten how much of their culture has come from foreign people, or people from other countries. This is certainly true in Britain, where the Romans ruled for nearly 400 years, right?
6.12.
It's the same. Okay, so we have here several kind of news. Yeah. So what good have the Romans done for English people? Yeah. We have roads, global currency, newspaper, central heating, flushing toilets, fast food, and calendar. All of those Roman influence was had a great impact on that land, which is England. So let's read, por lo menos vamos a leer los primeros dos. Roads. What about roads, Roxana? Romans built
Romans built the first superhighway for their armies to move along quietly. It's easy to see which modern British roads have followed the
9,000,
9,660
600.
600 of all Roman roads. They are long, with an incredibly straight.
Incredibly straight derechas. We have global currency. What about global currency, Joyce? The British? Hasta Joyce. Vera, hello. Belen?
The British state know the euro in 1992, but they have had a global currency before. People call Spain Roman coins all over Europe and in Turkey and North America too.
North Africa. What about newspapers? Bere?
The first newspaper was created in 5 3 no 65 BC,
53, los voy a regresar a
53 BC,
Sí.
53 BC on the orders of Julius Caesar. It was actually a news town and people could read copies of it in public places.
Public places. We have central heating. Romans didn't enjoy British winters. A soldier's letter sent home from Hadrian's Wall asked for more socks and underpants to keep the cold out. However, life inside their villas was lovely and warm. We've taken the idea of underflow of central heating from them.